What's up, guys? So yesterday I had court session and I had to represent myself because, for one, I didn't even know I was getting bombarded with this, because me and these Total Gym guys, it was Ken Pearson with Total Gym, came in my gym trying to make a deal with me, saying his partner was this Bill Pruden guy. And yesterday in court, Bill Pruden said Ken Pearson wasn't his partner. I had to call my ex. She rushed up to court to be a witness because she was there. She dealt with these guys. They lied to us. They lied in court yesterday several times. Their lawyer, Pansy More Shrier, she lied as well. So I'm looking for a lawyer that's willing to sue another lawyer, which is hard to find because they don't like to do that. But Pansy More Shrier, I would like to sue her personally for some of the things she's done throughout this situation. But I'd also like to address Bill Pruden with B&B Distributions out of Ohio, and also Ken Pearson. I want to sue both of those guys, which, yeah, is suing what you need to be doing. No, we were supposed to go our separate ways. These guys owe me over $20,000, and I told them it's a wash, let's just go our separate ways. And I thought that's what we were doing, but Pansy More Shrier tries to talk people into doing things because she wanted the money. She talked a couple other people into doing it. They've dropped her recently because she just kept talking them into spending more money with her to try to do things that really weren't in their best interest. She did the same thing yesterday, and not going to talk about that, but yeah, I've had a lot of issues in the last few years because I like to fight corruption. I like to go at it with these guys. I don't like them to just get away with it because they got a lot more money than I do. But the OSBI informant was in a meeting with this Ken Pearson guy when he came into my warehouse telling me he didn't like the guy and they were on my side and we do this and that. Then I find out a little bit later they're in a meeting with that guy, and that Ken Pearson wanted to take over my warehouse and make it his distribution center for Total Gym and some other things they got going on. So anyway, I've got text messages, I've got in writing, I've got several things, even Ken Pearson me telling them they weren't sticking to the contract, and Ken Pearson answering and saying, well, if you want to stick to the contract, then nobody ever wanted to get a veer away from the contract. And that's why Brooke, my ex-girlfriend, came up there, got on the witness stand and told the truth, and they still awarded these guys the judgment because I didn't make it in time to the previous court date that I was supposed to be at, because I didn't know I was supposed to go to court. But I guess they were saying that I opened an email and got served through the email at one point. I'm not even sure. I got lost in the mess. But when you don't show up to court, you get reamed. So that's what happened, but I positioned myself in a pretty good position. I might have to pull the old Donald Trump and file something that I don't really want to file. But don't worry, I've lasted this long without filing it and tried to fight these guys, and I'm working 7 days a week to get my money up, to make sure everybody's taken care of that deserves to be taken care of. And I've got, I'm positioned just fine to be able to do what I need to do to make sure these crooks aren't able to get that money from me, because I'm not about paying these crooks. It's just not going to happen. And yesterday I got so upset in the court, and I even told the judge, how in the world are you going to, we just caught this dude in a lie right now. And she's like, well, that's not what we're here about. Like, what in the world? Like, they can get sworn in and lie on the stand and no repercussions. Like, it's all about who's got that money to pay, and these guys got that money to pay. They're hooked up with those Total Gym. Anyway.